Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 6th episode of the Cowboy Spur. My name is Blanche Harris. I'm a senior, and I'm the social media manager / the new podcast director.
My name is Sally Paramputul. I'm in 12th grade, and I'm the editor-in-chief of The Sidekick.
My name is Srija Mudembi. I'm in 11th grade, and I'm the communications manager for The Sidekick.
The Cowboy Spur is a weekly podcast that rotates topics around a set schedule. Discussion will focus on news, sports, entertainment, student life, and opinions, with the occasional offshoot episode where we just mess around and have fun. Please excuse our audio quality as we are filming over Zoom due to COVID.
Every week, we will feature a story from Capel Student Media. This week, our story of the week is American as Apple Pie by Blanche Harris. Here are the first couple of lines of the story. Blanche, would you like to read them out loud?
Holiday season is just around the corner. Aromatic spices, warm hearty food, and family with it. This homemade apple pie recipe is the perfect fall dessert to eat while sitting back and enjoying the holidays. Make sure to visit Capel Student Media to read the rest of the story.
That sounds really good. My favorite pie is pumpkin pie. Blanche, what's yours?
Well, as much as I love pumpkin pie and apple pie, I gotta say my favorite pie is pecan pie. Sally, what about you?
Well, I have to agree with Srija. I really love pumpkin pie. I think it is my absolute favorite. I could eat a whole one for myself or by myself. I think my favorite is the ones you get at Costco or maybe Sam's. They both taste really good. They're like nice and big and they taste similar, but they're like I can't tell if there's like a distinct difference, but they're my favorite. They're huge. You eat them with like Cool Whip. Perfect.
Yeah, I
I
gotta
love
have a
pumpkin
lot of whipped
pie.
cream on
The
mine. If I'm gonna eat pumpkin pie, I gotta stack on the whipped cream.
whipped cream just like adds like such a good contrast, like the thick
Yes.
pie and like the fluffy whipped cream.
See, and like it's like my sister can't eat like the Sam's pumpkin pie because they make it with nut products and she has a pretty bad nut allergy. So recently, like the past few years, she's been making her own pumpkin pie. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Like it's a different texture because it's homemade, but like the flavor is like still there. It still tastes amazing, whipped cream. She can eat, normal whipped cream. It's amazing. Speaking of other fall traditions, how would you rank these? Raking leaves, hot chocolate, pumpkin carving, making hand turkeys, and apple picking.
Okay, so I'm gonna put apple picking at the bottom just because I've actually never been apple picking. That's just something people in the fall do, you see people kind of going around and doing apple picking or something like that. Then I would put hand turkeys as number 4 just because that wasn't my favorite thing to do when we did elementary school crafts. Then I would do raking leaves at number 3 because it's fun for about the first 2 seconds and then your arm gets tired. And then you're tired and sweaty and you just want to jump in the leaves that you already raked. Then pumpkin carving at number 2 because I actually have seen a lot of, okay, I'm on Pinterest all the time. And so right around Halloween, I'll go on Pinterest and bam, it's all these cool pumpkin carving things. So I really like kind of looking at all the cool things people can do with like pumpkin, like painting and carving and all that. And then I gotta say, number 1's hot chocolate. I'm sorry. It is just so nice. You just when you're cold, you kind of just sit down and have a good mug of hot chocolate. That's definitely gotta be my favorite thing.
Yeah, for me, I would also say hot chocolate is number 1 because I feel like there are few things better than the feeling of like the cold weather hitting outside while you're snuggling in your blankets, just like drinking a really hot cup of hot chocolate with marshmallows and just like watching your favorite movie. That feeling is just one of the best things in the world. So definitely number 1. Number 2, I would say raking leaves, just because I've never done that actually, but that sounds really fun. Just like blowing the leaves onto other people or like, jumping in the pile of leaves. I feel like that could be really fun. I would say apple picking number 3. I've never done apple picking either, but it honestly sounds really nice to like go and pick your own apples and then We can make American apple pie with it using Blanche's recipe.
Oh, yes, so good.
And then lastly, I would say pumpkin carving. I've done pumpkin carving and I have not had the best experience. The tools always bend or break and it like hurts my hand, or like the seeds are like really hard to get out. So I would put that as last. Sally, what about you?
Ooh, definitely I have to agree with you guys about the hot chocolate. I am
Yes.
admittedly one of those weirdos who drinks hot chocolate during the summer and eats ice cream during the winter, but like when it comes to the time where I can drink hot chocolate and it's cold weather outside, oh my gosh, it's the best feeling in the world. I used to love, like last year, I would go to the American Tea and Coffee Shop. It's closed down right now, and they have such good hot chocolate, and I would get it so often. They had my order
Yes.
memorized, which was, in a to-go cup. But the few times I did have it in a mug, they layered on the whipped cream. If you can sense a little theme here, I do love whipped cream. Um, so yes, hot chocolate for first for sure. I think I'll say apple picking second. Like I haven't done it, but the idea of it sounds so nice. Like having a little basket, plucking apples from a tree. Like that's something from Strawberry Shortcake. Like the old
Yes.
animated movies. Like I feel like that's something I would definitely love to do.
Yeah, I've
Third,
been picking like I've been what is it? Little not blackberry picking. There's and peach picking. And there's this place actually like 45 minutes away called Ham Orchards where for a very small price you can go pick peaches and blackberries from their little orchard and then their little rows of blackberries. And then they have peach ice cream there from the farm. And it's like a little air conditioned store that they have on the little orchard. And you go, there's peach ice cream, peach tarts, pecan tarts, and there's all these. They have like peach burgers with like peach kind of like sauce on the burger. It's so good.
Yum.
So definitely would recommend that place for if you guys wanted to ever go picking of any kind.
a peach burger sounds very weird. I think I would have to try it.
It's pretty good.
As
I
someone
liked it.
who loves hamburgers, I I don't know what to think of a peach burger, but
You should gotta try
Don't knock it till you try it.
yeah,
it.
well, I'll put it on my to-do list. Oh yes, but back to the rankings. Third, I would have to say making hand turkeys because while I do enjoy the creative freedom that comes with making a hand turkey, I am one of those losers who either traces my hand too close and stains my fingers, or who does it
Yeah.
too wide and have like super fat, misshapen fingers. So I'm not the most skilled when it comes to hand turkeys. Fourth, I would say pumpkin carving. I did not enjoy it when I did it all of one time. I thought it was very messy, but I know that there's a lot of artistic potential. So I'll keep it higher up, but at the same time, I don't actually like it and I would not willingly do it again. And then lastly, raking leaves because that's a chore.
That's right.
Oh, I,
That's
I
right.
didn't even rate the hand turkeys. I would put them last just because like I hate making hand turkeys. I can't.
Yeah, they're so complicated. For an easy elementary school craft, quick tangent on hand turkeys. They're very hard to cut out. As a little girl, I would get very frustrated with everyone else's hand turkeys looked great in actual hands, and I would cut mine too short, and so like some of my fingers would be like sticks, and other ones would be like full globs of a finger, and I'd be like, I don't understand this hand turkey idea, but
One
okay.
time in elementary school, I accidentally cut off one of my fingers, so I called it a handicapped hand turkey. I had to do what I had to
Just
do.
gotta hang it up on the wall. Oh, I thought the other turkeys. Okay, so all those fall traditions. I think one of my favorite things to do in fall sounds lame. I like staying inside too, because as it gets colder, we tend to naturally spend more time outside. Even though we like to think we're in the crisp fall air doing ice skating, stuff like that. I feel like a lot of us stay inside. And so I watch a lot of movies kind of just during the evenings in fall. And I know like a popular movie for fall is Harry Potter, just because people get this kind of autumn feeling from Harry Potter. But so, what's your kind of favorite movie or TV show to watch during the autumn season? I gotta say, my favorite movie is When Harry Met Sally. I just love that movie. It has like this soundtrack by Harry Connick Jr., who's very autumn in New York, you know, kind of that like that vibe of it's just New York. I don't know how to describe it. And then my favorite TV show, I mean, 2 years ago, I would have said Grey's Anatomy because I got in a huge Grey's Anatomy kick and watched like all of it in one season, which is bad. I watched all of it in like 3 months. But now I gotta say it's New Girl. So that's kind of what I like to watch during fall. And I feel like fall movies and TV shows, even if you watch them during summer, have a very different feeling when you watch them in the fall, if that makes sense. So, what are your favorite movies and TV shows to watch?
Well, mine, yeah, I agree because back to that like feeling of, curling up and just watching your favorite movie. I really like that. I really like watching A Nightmare Before Christmas. It's such a like
Yeah.
fun fall movie. Like I never, get bored of it or tired of it. But I also feel like Coco is a fall type movie.
That movie is
I
so
love
cute.
Coco. I'm
I
like,
cry
Me
every
too.
single
me
time.
too. When he's like
Yes.
singing Remember Me to Grandma Coco.
The lullaby part at the end, and then she starts singing along.
And then she puts
That
a
movie
picture. Oh my.
gets me every time.
When Coco like at the end when they're like having like the next year's thing and they put up Coco's photo, I that's it.
Grandma,
I lose it. If I can hold it in, I can hold it in. I can tear up, but I hold it in, and then I see that it's over for me.
it's over. It's
Yeah, I
over.
remember going into the theater not exactly knowing what to expect, and they pulled that plot twist on us, and I was like, "Well, this is kind of getting intense. Like, this is kind of an intense movie. Like, there's like murder going on. Like, what's happening here?"
Ugh.
And then they just ended it with this like very wholesome ending, and I was not expecting going into Coco to just like cry my like sophomore heart out, but I was like
Yeah,
sobbing in the theater. My grandma was like, "You okay?" Like, I was like, "Yeah,
it
I'm
definitely
fine."
gets to me.
You know
Um,
that plot twist in Coco? Okay, so when I was watching the movie the first time, I was like, haha, I bet Hector's his dad. But then I was like, no, 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 because I looked at the photo and I was like, there's no way this skinny skeleton could
yes,
be
Yeah,
that
I
body.
had the exact same thought process. I was like, this is too predictable. Like this has to happen. But I
right.
was like, the body doesn't match the dead
Yeah.
body, so like it doesn't
Yes.
make sense. So I guess he just had a lot of muscle, and like corpse just didn't lost all that muscle. So I would
On
say that's definitely my favorite fall time movie.
on A
Yeah.
Nightmare Before Christmas, Tim Burton made that one, right? If I'm remembering correctly. I just watched a few weeks ago Corpse Bride. Have you guys seen Corpse Bride?
It's on
Yes.
my
That
watch
movie
list.
goes so hard. I didn't
Now you have
realize.
to watch it. Oh my goodness.
It's
It's
very good, Sally.
a good
Tim
movie.
Burton stuff is it's kind of weird in the way his characters are because they kind of
Yeah.
just look so weird, but that's how Tim Burton's mind works.
But I
And that's
like
kind
the
of what makes it unique. Yeah, it's very
good
cool. I
plot.
really like his movies.
Yeah. Something that's been on my list though is Hocus Pocus. Like it's such a popular movie.
No,
Have
I
you guys
love Hocus Pocus.
Okay, I saw the beginning of it and I saw, I think, the end. I don't like maybe I'm just missing a really good middle, but I just kind of went, okay, like it's something that is good and acceptable, but not something
Yeah,
I would actively go out of my way to watch.
mm,
But I think
yeah,
maybe the good stuff happens in the
mm,
middle.
right. That's me with Halloween Town, but that's just me. People
The
kind of go crazy over it.
one of the protagonists' name is Thackeray, and I think that throws me off.
Yeah. Sally, so what's your favorite movie and TV show to watch?
Okay, so the only seasonal things I watch are normally the Charlie Brown movies or maybe specific Christmas
I was
movies.
just
yeah.
gonna say that
Yeah,
exactly.
like every Thanksgiving I will watch, there's like the double Charlie Brown feature where it's like the
Yeah,
historical one and then like the modern day one, or I guess modern day being whatever, modern day is for Charlie Brown time. And my favorite is the historical one. I'm a history person. That's what I want to pursue in my future is history. So I really love watching that one, but we always watch both. It's like a tradition. There's also like the winter traditions of like the Grinch, but like the old one with Boris
Yes.
Karloff, I think. The old animated Grinch, some of the more old Christmas movies, Home Alone, always. I love that movie.
They
I've
just
had
put
the
all three on Disney Plus.
really.
They have a Home Alone collection
Oh,
in
okay.
Disney Plus.
I
Very good.
haven't seen Home Alone 3 because I heard Macaulay Culkin wasn't in it.
Oh, that's right. No. Okay, but that one, here's the thing. Home Alone 2, very good. Lost in New York, love that one. I didn't expect Home Alone 3 is, if I'm remembering, about two kids kind of and their parents leave them at home.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
liked it. I surprisingly liked it. And I'm very on board for Kevin being like the main guy in it. But I actually remember liking Home Alone 3.
Okay,
So I
I
think
might
it's
watch that
worth a
this one
try.
day. Okay, because like I know right now, like the kazoo theme for the Home Alone, like the Home Alone version of the Home Alone theme, but kazoo version has been in my head on repeat for
Oh,
a
you
couple
sent
weeks
me
now.
that.
Like
How does that go? I can't remember ever how it.
bow 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 bow.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I remember now. I remember now. I was just about to say, if you didn't say Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, I was gonna be like, what's wrong with everyone here? But
Charlie Brown
man,
Thanksgiving's
Charlie
for
Brown
sure.
Thanksgiving is amazing.
Charlie Brown is so good.
My brother plays it on the piano, and so whenever September hits, he's kind of always banging it out, and so it's been stuck in my head.
Is your brother Schroeder?
Yes. Well, he showers more than Schroeder, so yeah. Wait, no, it's that. No, just kidding. That one guy with the stinker on him, I confused
Pigsty.
him. You know
Is that
that
his
why?
name? Pigsty?
Well, we'll say it is. I confused Pigsty as the one playing the piano.
No,
JK. He
Schroeder.
is
The
Schroeder. I
little
think he is
blonde
Schroeder.
boy.
Little blonde boy. I think he is Schroeder, except he's not blonde. But he does
Schroeder?
have a lot of hair.
Oh, your
No, my
brother.
brother. Sorry. Wow. I just love fall. I don't know why. It gets me in a very good mood. I know there's like this whole seasonal depression with fall that everyone kind of gets. And I mean, yeah, but I really like fall.
I love
And
fall.
it also gives me weirdly Star Wars vibes. And I don't know
Star
why.
Wars.
Sreecha, have you ever seen Star Wars?
Okay, I watched like the Last Jedi, and then the
You
one
can't
before that
do
one. I watched both, but I haven't seen like the old one.
Tell
That's
me you
why.
didn't start with The Last Jedi. Please.
Exactly. Exactly.
The one before the Last Jedi with like BB-8 and like Rey when she with her BB-8 and I think his name is Flynn. They all like Finn.
Star Wars is so good. You have to go 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. The prequel movies, so good.
Cool.
I'm not gonna get into it because that's gonna be a whole. We'll have an offshoot where we just talk about Star Wars. Okay.
Excellent.
Yes.
Sally, would you like to be on board for that? It'll just. And I'm serious about that. We need to have just a Star Wars offshoot because I have opinions that need to get out there. But we've been talking way too long about fall and all our fall traditions, so we can go. Thank you all for joining us in this episode of the Cowboy Spur. Next week, the next week after Thanksgiving break, we will have our student life episode where Victoria Hurdle will be joining us along with some few surprise guests. So we all hope you guys have a great week off. We will see you later. Bye.
Have a great Thanksgiving.